What up, my freaks? Rune Insight here with part 14 of my Total Warhammer II modded Thorek campaign. So as we saw last time, while I have been able to sort of see off the invasions from the Bloodhall Coven, we are left in a sort of precarious situation still with the Blessed Dread who have declared war on us. They have sieged kayaks over here and have also sacked Schlansek, and they may attack this with two armies. It really depends. If this one army stays here, it's not going to win because Thorek is almost here and he should be able to take care of this with pretty great ease. On the other hand, if these two attack together, that would be a lot more difficult to defend. Plus, on top of that, what if they attack Citadel of Dusk, which is a pretty important settlement for us and doesn't have a very good garrison. You know what? Just in case, we're going to recruit a lord here. I guess it'll be you, Brock Hasselfriesian. Well, I mean, there are there better options, but they cost money. Although I am kind of tempted to grab the Ancestral Blood Grimnir guy. Armor plus 5, melee attack plus 5 versus melee attack plus 10, defense plus 5, and physical resist. Yeah, it's probably better though, because these guys have so much armor anyway. Hey, you know what? It's not that I don't appreciate Brock over here, but this guy's level 3, and he's a lot more powerful. Even with the extra cost, it might be worth it, so let's get you in here, buddy. You can defend this, and, well, I don't know whether these guys are coming, but just in case they are, let us get... oh man, yeah, global recruitment of these guys is going to be too expensive for the amount of cash that we have remaining. Alright, we'll try to get a couple of regular dwarf warriors, I think. That's all we can afford anyway. What do we have here, by the way? We have 3 regular dwarf warriors, 3 miners with blasting charges, and a decent amount of corelers. Yeah, I mean, considering this army is primarily Blackheart Corsairs, although they would be able to wreck those dwarf warriors, at least we can help them defend. Now, you, go for Inspiring Presence, and go for full plate armor. And honestly, I don't think that much of anything that you can get here was going to help, because it's pretty likely that they'll attack you. So let's just go 2 points into hard to hit, just in case. Maybe that'll make you a little bit harder to kill, and then maybe you can kill the enemy lord if the opportunity does arise. Other than that, we're going to end the turn, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Moment of truth sort of deal that we've got going on. Oh, wait, no. We have to move you, Mr. Kazran. You know what? Go into March Stance and go right here. Oh man, that's actually a question. I think I was deciding on whether to do this last episode. Do we March Stance up as close to the this lord here, or do we just try to ambush here? Because otherwise, what's this lord gonna do? I fear that this lord's gonna go here and just disembark, in which case we won't be able to catch him. But I think, well, we'll try to trap him. Let's try it. Let's try it. Go into March Stance, we'll see what they do. If they run away, they run away, whatever. We still have to build up this army as well, so we can actually send it out to sea and get some damage done. I do believe I've been saving something for it here. Oh, the Peak Gate Guard, although we could still get that into Thorek's army. I don't know, I'll think about it. Nothing here is super necessary, so... Yeah, alright, let's end the turn. Let's see what the Blessed Dread do. That's the biggest concern. I'm kind of hoping for a 2-army attack here, because that would be pretty fun. And now they're going to attack kayaks again. They're going to raise it to the ground, I think, now. No, they're just going to sack it again. I guess they're farming XP. Oh, and they are moving towards the Citadel of Dusk now, but it is going to be harder for them to sack it. They're not going to attack us here, which is interesting. Because Thorek, you, my friend, can now... I do wonder... How far will this army move? Let's see if we can't catch it in... we can't catch it here. Ooh, on the other hand... You can... Oh man, another army? You gotta be kidding me. The frickin' Blessed Dread, man. Where'd they get all these... where are they getting all these troops? Wow, okay. Okay, you know what? I think we can't risk waiting. We have to try to catch this army here. So go as far as you can, Thorek. Right there. And then we'll send this army to try to attack you. You're gonna run away, but hopefully you won't run so far away that Thorek can't catch you. Alright, come on. Oh, yeah, you... Damn, you moved pretty far. Ah, but Thorek can still catch you. Beautiful. Well done, boys. You should be able to take care of this. Gotrek, sick 'em. Here we go. Alright, decisive victory. Do we need to fight this? Yeah, I think we need to fight this. I think it'll be fun. Just, if nothing else, watching our artillery take care of all this. Plus, I guess we'll get to see Gotrek and Felix in action a little bit. Why not? Why not? Cinematic battle. Let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go. Finally, time to take the fight to the Blessed Dread here. Although we do outnumber them here, and in particular, we outnumber their artillery and outrange their artillery. We do have to remember that Thorek's army is in march stance, and therefore we can't really get complacent. The Black Ark Corsairs have shown time and again that they're a very powerful unit for their cost and their easy availability. So definitely don't underestimate how much damage they can do, especially to the weaker units like dwarf warriors and such. Anyway, first things first, we're going to form up over here and try to take control of this hill. Since the enemy is going to play defensively, they're going to play right into our hands while they do that, because we can take the high ground. We can also take our artillery and position them somewhere nice, and then they will have a terrible time. Ooh, cool temple on a hill here, and they all have to have those skylights. Oh, is this what a geomantic spire looks like? Or a geomantic pylon? Neat. And what are these things? Huh. Is water? Is this a drainage sort of thing? Or is it some sort of lizardman defense, perhaps? Maybe it's, maybe they burninate anybody that comes near? This one's really steep. Oh man, yeah, that one is crazy steep. I really do wonder if that's geomantic pylon. What else do we have around here? Oh, we got, okay, maybe, no, that looks more like a pylon. It's got something on top there. I'm just taking a look at the map while, maybe it's all lizardmen ziggurats that shoot a beam in the sky. Well, actually, this one's left out. They're all doing it except this one. And oh, what's the structure back there? I just find lizardman architecture really cool. And I'm always wondering what kind of techno-sorcery they've got going on. Anyway, let's speed this up while the rest of our army gets into position. It does take them a while to do so, of course, because, you know, they're dwarfs, and pumping those dwarfen legs is not something they like doing very much. Alright, and yeah, I suppose the artillery in particular are going to take their sweet time in getting where they need to go. Come on now. At least everybody's moving in. Let's take a look at Gotrek and Felix here. You guys can finally play around maybe a little bit. Gotrek's axe isn't as big as I thought it would be. I always imagined it to be a much bigger axe. I gotta take a look at my the cover art on my books again, just to see if that's why I was imagining the axe bigger. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe that's why. Not that I'm suggesting that you should take the cover art of the books to be like the canon representation, especially since cover art does tend to diverge and not be particularly consistent. But you know, still, it's a source, I suppose. It's a source. All right, go. And let's see, we almost there? Almost there, yeah. It's taken a while to set up, but our artillery are just about ready to get in range, and the first thing that we'll be targeting is the enemy artillery. In fact, let's prepare for when the first grudges get thrown. And oh, their lord is a sorceress, Supreme Sorceress of Death. Okay, so that's a little bit dangerous on the one hand, but on the other hand, the runesmiths are pretty strong against the sorceresses. If we can get her into combat, then she should die fairly quickly. Alright, grudges, where are you? Look to the sky for grudges. No? Come on now. I guess they're moving a little bit forward as well. Okay, yeah, I guess it's time to crest the hill. The enemy artillery is still not in range, so we're pretty safe. Very close. I guess we're just going to move up as far as we can possibly go. 6 minutes just to set this up, although obviously this was partially sped up. But I mean, hey, if the enemy wants to give us an advantageous position, why the hell wouldn't we take it? Alright, you know what? I'm just going to speed this up until they start firing. Come on, artillery. You got this. Waiting for it. Come on, the enemy is rearranging itself, and... You ready now? I think they should be ready now. Alright, and let's just take a look at our setup briefly over here. I mean, it's pretty simple. Crest the hill, massive line of dwarf warriors to defend. We got our lords up front, although they are going to go into separate points as soon as we can see what exactly the enemy is doing. We got our giant pile of quarrelers in the back, and our 2 units of grumbling guard and regular longbeards on the sides, plus 2 units of miners with blasting charges ready to hit the enemy in the back or in the side in the case of ranged units with all those blasting attacking charges. Finally, the artillery have made a line in the back and should start throwing their grudges. There we go. There we go, finally. All over the enemy artillery. There we go. And ooh, with the first volley, one of the Reaper bolt throwers on this one goes down. Very nice. Very nice. Finally. Friggin' finally. It was a long lead up to this, I will admit. And it looks like the enemy doesn't want to move. Maybe it wants to actually exchange some artillery fire, although it would need to move forward before it was able to do that. There we go. And yeah, just look at how much more effective the freaking grudge throwers are than the freaking bolt throwers. They're doing so well, and even against artillery as well, not just against regular units. So why would we even take the bolt throwers if they can't even do something like snipe artillery, or as we've seen, snipe large targets particularly well. So as soon as both of these artillery are out of the picture, or both these Reaper bolt throwers are out of the picture, which is now, we're going to switch our targets to all of the Black Ark Corsairs that are moving up, and we are going to start by firing on the Black Ark Corsairs that are specifically melee only, because the range ones are going to sit back, and then we can switch them after the melee lines have collided. So it's best to soften up the melee lines before they've reached us. Alrighty, and the enemy is moving up this hill. This is what they see, lots of quarrels coming down. They do have those Sea Dragon cloaks to resist some of that missile damage, but still a pretty dangerous prospect with the significant high ground advantage that we do have. I mean, it doesn't look that significant when you're like watching the battle like this, obviously, but when you're down on the ground, you see the height of the units. This is a pretty big hill. Obviously, we've fought on like huge hills before, but it's certainly big enough to take an advantage of. Oh, and we are seeing the enemy sorceress cast a Soul Blight, upgraded Soul Blight on us, reducing our base missile damage. Quite helpful for the enemy as they move up towards the rocks. I'm not sure why you actually stopped there. Probably not the best idea. Oh, and it looks like the enemy has been stopped a little bit by Thorek, trying to run past him, although Gotrek and Felix should be able to at least rip apart a few Black Ark Corsairs one-on-one, I would think. Unless the books are lying about everything. And we got plenty more Black Ark Corsairs charging where that came from, and many of them are still at full HP, and a Bleak Swords unit that we don't really care about, to be fair. One of the enemy artillery unfortunately decides to come back. Actually, both of them decide to come back, rushing back to pick up the remaining artillery pieces that are still on the map. It looks like one for these guys and then two for these guys. Of course, we will still be able to retarget them. The enemy are taking quite a bit of a pummeling from our quarreling, I suppose, from our quarrelers, and otherwise we are holding pretty strong. I mean, look, our lines haven't really taken any damage whatsoever. I think Thorek might have taken more damage than anybody else, and that's probably just because he's been hit by dark shards and probably a significant amount of friendly fire on top of that. We can also see our grudge throwers hitting the enemy ranged units now, that they are no longer able to fire on the melee. And ooh, gonna get that Scorching Ring, I think it was, right through this unit of Black Ark Corsairs and badly damaging them. That worked out quite well. I think it hit both of these units and damaged them. This guy, not Felix, this guy. Gautry was carrying it, and both of these units instantly are out. I am kind of impressed with the little duels that are going on between the Longbeards and the Black Ark Corsairs. Granted, the Black Ark Corsairs are losing, although they did get softened up by artillery, I believe. They are doing fairly well, and this is with a Rune of Doom on top of that. I mean, considering the expense and the ease of access to the Black Ark Corsairs as opposed to the Longbeards, definitely something to be concerned with. Over here, same exact thing is happening. The Grumbling Guard, though, this time the Regiment of Renown, and now having both the Master Rune of Oath and Steel and the Rune of Doom on top of that, are trying to hold these guys back, but have started to take a decent amount of damage at about 15% themselves as well. So let's watch them swing away at some of these Black Ark Corsairs. Honestly, the Black Ark Corsairs look so fragile, like, they're deceptively fragile, right? Like, they look like they wouldn't be able to take a hit from one of these axes, but they certainly can. That's a Sea Dragon Cloak for you. Fortunately, we are now able to move away from the center of the battlefield. A lot of the enemy units in the center routed, which does make sense because they were the focus of A, the Quarrelers, and B, both Thorek and the Ironbreakers. So those got they got ripped apart fairly quickly, and then we can divert all of the forces from the center to the flanks. And oh, the enemy is getting some of that Spirit Leech to help out these Blackheart Corsairs against the Longbeards. Still, doing a good job. And it makes, I mean, it's only fair. They apply Spirit Leech. We are using various runes to help us out. So, you know, both factions will get, or both sides rather, will get that magical support. Alrighty, and looks like the Ironbreakers are holding ground here. They're too slow to chase anybody, and that's once again one of the annoyances of playing the Dwarfs. And the enemy army is just about dead here. We are now going to try to focus down the Supreme Sorceress with all of our Quarrelers. She is just running around. I wonder if the AI is purposely doing this to try to dodge, but it doesn't really matter if it is because we have plenty of Quarrelers and they are upgraded and they should be able to bring her down any second now. There we go. There we go. The horse drops, and though the enemy got their they got their murderous prowess at the last second, it just was not enough to turn the tide because most of their army was dead by the time they got it. And that's once again one of the annoying things about a base murderous prowess, i.e. before we had that sacrifice ability, I feel like it was really, really inferior in many ways to martial prowess, because martial prowess, you essentially always have it. As long as you start with a full health army, you can always benefit from it. But like 80% of the time when playing Dark Elves, I found that murderous prowess either doesn't come into effect or comes into effect when or past the point that the battle has already been decided, so it's meh. I mean, yeah, late game when you have executioners, all that sort of stuff, it's good, but too much time spent not being able to use it, in my opinion. At least once again before the ability to sacrifice slaves for it, as I recall. Anyway, that's the end of this battle. I completely got distracted by talking about the Dark Elves here, who got quite slaughtered, unsurprisingly, even though we were in March stance. Let's slaughter some more, but let's see how we did as well. Alrighty, victorious indeed, and a pretty reasonably easy battle there. I once again do gotta be impressed with the Blackheart Corsairs, though. They were fighting the Longbeards either one-on-one or just very, very slightly losing versus fighting evenly, including the Grumbling Guard here. I find that pretty impressive. You would think that a Longbeard unit and a regiment of renowned Longbeard unit would be stronger than a very, very basic and easily acquired Blackheart Corsair unit, but barely at that. So yeah, but obviously our artillery just obliterated most of their army, and that's where we were expecting to win it, and it's unsurprising as to the result. Let us take the money this time. I'd like to get all this stuff, but the money will help us out in further defenses and stuff. And now, Potion of Speed I don't really care about, but the rest of you. I assume we'll heal more by staying near the Citadel of Dusk, so you go here, and then you, Gotrek, move all the way to... I was about to say move to Zlansek or Chlansek here, but wait. What kind of defenses we have at the southern center? Oh, fairly strong, damn. I was hoping that this would be a free territory, essentially. Well, we might as well transfer our two Quarrelers with great weapons over to Thorek, because we were planning to do that earlier anyway. You can have these two. And then you, Thorek, go back to Kayaks. Honestly, I really don't think that Thorek's going to need much help against Sirare over here. At least, I hope not. Can you... You could summon the Peak Gate Guard and waste all our money on it, but the thing is, do you really need this? 17 units versus... Well, they'd have to siege us either way. Thorek won't be able to get to you, though. Yeah, I fear the tip of Lustria is gone, unfortunately. Oh, I hate spending money just for it to go, especially as it is a small elven colony, and that's more money, but what can you do? What can you do? We will save the cash for now, I think. And I guess we can... Oh, are you just trapped here? I'm not entirely sure what this lord is doing. I'll attack it. Maybe it is trapped. Well, good. Freaking Bloodhall Coven. Die. Alright, you finish this off, Kazran Truai. There you go. Very nice, buddy. Very nice. Auto-resolve. Beauty. And now you are going to... Oh, a Trickster's Helm. Well, isn't that lovely? 5 ward save. What is Thorek using again? Are we using a very good piece of armor? I don't know. We'll find out in a second. Not enough for executing loot, so I think we'll drink to victory. Alright, then... Well, that's a nice, it's a nice piece that we acquired out of that. I just want to double check. What are you using, Thorek?
I'm listening.
Oh, right, you're using your own armor. Oh, it's your weapon that you need, not your armor. We still haven't been able to get this because of that frickin' ruined settlement search thing. Oh, man, yeah, we're gonna have to just, like, raise a Skaven settlement, I guess, and take it back. Oh, speaking of Thorek, you also have leveled up, buddy. You can get... We're still moving through this. We might as well get Dowie firepower for those Quarrelers. Although, wait, our Quarrelers are only 2 maxed out. Maybe we max out the artillery first. Morgrim's Favored, Grudge Thrower, Missile Strength, Ammunition, and Reload Rate. Yeah, I think we'll go for Morgrim's Favored, and then we'll get wow, man, maybe we'll get Honored by Grimnir as well. If Thorek doesn't go with yeah, if he doesn't go with the Longbeards, if he just goes with Ironbreakers, then he wouldn't need Axe Lord. We could just get Grimnir's heirs as well as honored by Grimnir. Okay, that might be what we do. Presuming that we have enough points for all this. Regardless, you guys are good. I just want to double check what this is. Ensure that one of the following is constructed an armory. Okay, yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that in there eventually. You, I guess, get out of the settlement for now because everybody's unhappy because of this. Speaking of everybody being unhappy, you guys, Chamber of Visions is still on its way to rebellion, eh? -5 because of the Skaven corruption, I take it. We did build a Gorl mine here after all, and it is at level 2, which is providing how much negative public order? Man, the negative public order is massive. That's with Venerate the Ancestors and with the Lord here. And I think we also had a... oh, I guess we don't have the public order buff anymore, unfortunately. Damn. I'm almost tempted to say destroy the granary and just replace it with a... not a beer hall, but what was that thing called? A vault. Yeah. 4 public order, eh? The thing is, it might just be necessary at this stage in the game. Public order laws is just ridiculous. Oh, but the growth, we're at 97 growth, and that's with the freaking farm. Oh, man. Well, we can't destroy this. We need the money. You know what? I think we have to just presume that it'll rebel. Honestly, pretty much everything is starting to look like it's planning to rebel. Everybody's kind of unhappy with everything. Nothing new about that situation. Hey, we can build the Lost Underway Junction, which gives growth plus 10 for all provinces. It's pretty nice. We do want that. We want that growth. Yeah, fine. I mean, there's other stuff to build here, like the Iron Miners Guild Hall, which gives us a decent amount of cash and stuff. But I feel like the 10 growth in our entire empire really goes a long way when we have like no growth anywhere, doesn't it? Just do it. Just do it. I'd love for a public order building to be here as well, but I don't think that's in the cards. And I also think that Guacamole Crater, you're gonna need another, you need another lord. Oh man, I'm just getting lords all over the place. It's such a bizarre dynamic. What about you, Forgotten Owls? Yeah, you're also in very bad public order. Taxes -10, and that's with lowered taxes, isn't it? We have lowered taxes, right? Huh? Where's the lowered taxes buff? We should still have that, unless it's going to change next turn, perhaps? Weird. Commandment 4, Technologies 3, Buildings 2. Is the buildings to the thing from that we're getting? No, that's from you, Refectory. So we're not getting any extra public order from this, from the lower taxes, or it might work a way that I am not super familiar with. Oh well, regardless, you. Wait, will the Bloodhall come and peace out? We just, oh damn it! I want to send you out to sea to gather stuff. We can't just leave these Dark Elves here. All right, we're gonna have to build a full army here. Oh man, you know what? Can you build stuff in this particular territory? You can, but you can't, because they take 3 turns to recruit. Although I suppose, wait. First of all, you're not needed here anymore. Snorri, you have Ancestral Blood Valea, but, oh, we should probably jump over to Guacmal, or what is this place called? Forgotten Isles. Frickin' hell, okay, fine. Get a lord in every province just to do this. Yeah, you go to Valea's Will after that, or Valea's Wisdom. Then I guess we could delete you, or no, we'll probably keep you here. We'll build an army, although it's gonna take forever at this rate. At least it doesn't seem to... It doesn't increase cost, does it? No, just recruitment duration. Can we recruit in this province? And if we can one by one. We can at least build quarrelers with great weapons here. Oh man, okay.
It is time.
You need, well, you don't need these miners, they're pretty useless. So speaking of miners, I wonder how much mining stance would give us right now. Tax rate plus 10, no, I want to know what the income generation. In our own territory, I mean. Not in enemy territory. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with you. Unfortunately, we don't have to move this turn anyway. Unassigned skill points we will ignore. Let's end the turn. Let's see what these guys got for us. We really need this Skull Island very badly. But the Blessed Dread are keeping us very busy as well. So let's end the turn, and let's see. Let's see what these guys do. Yeah, they're going to attack the tip of Lustria. That is not something we're going to win. Do we bother fighting it just to soften them up a little bit? I don't know. Is it a waste of time? Feels like a slight waste of time, especially considering, yeah, they have the artillery. Because they have the artillery, we don't really stand any kind of chance. I'm not gonna bother fighting this one. I think it's just too bothersome. I mean, we could win it by cheesing it and therefore killing the artillery, but I really don't. I don't want to play that way. If I can't win without cheesing, I consider myself not being able to win it all. Maybe we could have won it if we tried really hard, but why? It's pretty unlikely. We've seen just how much damage a single Reaper Bolt Thrower can do to a weak army like that, especially without a Lord. Anyway, you guys. Thorek. Okay, well, these two might attack the Citadel of Dusk together next turn, but if they don't, it'll be lovely. Thorek, you're gonna go into ambush. Don't let them see you. Go here. And then we will have you, Gotrek, follow him up. Right behind him. Get right behind Thorek. And you're gonna go into ambush. Hopefully, they will think that this is the only reinforcements coming.
Ready?
We can't get close enough, unfortunately, and in March stance... Well, actually, we would still win in March stance, wouldn't we? Even with both armies attacking us.
You want something to write?
They do have a decent amount of artillery, but, yeah.
For a reckoning.
If they both attack this, that's not gonna be great. But it would be really fun to play a siege, so I feel like I'm willing to try anyway. Alright, let's get the unassigned skill points and all this stuff. I want to see what happens there. We will obviously go into our Valea stances. There we go, Valea's Will, Guacamole Craters at -3 now. Oh, watch this guy now declare war on us too. I would be 0% surprised. And you can go into Valea's Wisdom as well. Or Valea's Will, right? Oh, freaking... Oh, okay. Well, just move over. This is all attrition? Go somewhere where there's no attrition. Right here. Go right here. Wait. Really? This looks like there should be a path here. Okay, go here. Here, there's no attrition there. Proceed, buddy, proceed. Okie dokie, we have considerably dropped in the amount of money that we've got available to us. You. Trade unit. Go. It's not like we can take the Blood Hall with, yeah, I mean, that's a full garrison. You can then go into Golden Ziggurat. It's still be a little bit cheaper. You can go into Valea's Will. And then you I guess we just very, very slowly build up a force, but we don't even have the money to build up the force. Oh, man. Okay, well, regardless, I think we have nothing that we can do about that until we get some islands. Let's end the turn. Let's make these guys go away. And it's a problem because they're also raiding one of our provinces that was generating a lot of money. So now that's a considerable drop from that as well. Everybody's declaring war on us. I keep thinking, oh, maybe I'll play it taller, but oh, yes, they are going to attack us. This is going to be a siege. We will very, 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 very likely lose it, but I think we will play it. I will have to, of course, make a cut here because there is there was a cinematic battle previously, but then I guess we'll make this one cinematic as well. Although not entirely sure we'll have time this episode. Maybe I'll just, you know what? Maybe I'll end it here, and then we'll start off with the siege next episode because I'm guaranteed the siege is going to take a long time, especially if we make it a cinematic battle, and I do want to enjoy it to the fullest, so we're out of time anyway, and I think that'll work. So calling it here. Next time we'll start off with the siege, and then regardless of whether we win or lose, Thorek, damn it. Oh man, I got confused between Gotrek and Gorok and Thorek. And who could blame me? We'll have Thorek clean house after, regardless of what occurs here next time, and then go on a rampage, destroying the Blessed Dread, hopefully, right after that. So stay tuned for that one. So that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback regards to the gameplay, the way I do things on this channel, blah, 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 blah. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.